and welcome to today's episode of Focus Atlanta. I am your host, Keisha Lancelin. Thanks so much for tuning in with us this Sunday afternoon. In our first segment, we're going to learn a little bit about wastewater scan with Dr. Marlene Wolf. Dr. Wolf, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, you got to give us some details. What exactly is wastewater scanning?
Well, Wastewater Scan is a national program that we're using to monitor infectious diseases. So I'm based here in Atlanta at Emory, but this program is national, and it's an academic-led program to help us innovate and push forward the science on monitoring different diseases through wastewater, and then also to share that data directly back with communities, including communities around Atlanta, about infectious diseases and prepare us for what we can do to make sure that we're ready to keep our families and our loved ones safe.
Wow. So what do we know exactly what diseases it can detect?
Yeah, so that's a big part of our work has been to expand what can be monitored in wastewater. We really started this program back in 2020, looking at COVID, looking for more ways to understand how much COVID was circulating in our communities. And since then, we've been able to add on a lot. What we found is that we can get this one sample of wastewater that's entering a treatment plant. It's come and it's drained from everybody's individual toilets and sinks and showers in their households and come to a utility where it's going to undergo treatment. But before it's treated, we can take that raw sewage and it'll be a sample that represents tens to hundreds of thousands of people. And we can test that for a lot of different things. So we can use one sample to represent a lot of people and to give us information on a lot of different viruses that we're concerned about. So that includes COVID, but that also includes influenza, RSV, human metapneumovirus, and then GI illnesses like rotavirus and norovirus and some others as well.
Wow. So this must be really important for community health officials. Are they able to get this data? And if so, how is it able to help them?
Yeah, we've been working really closely from the beginning of when we started this program here in Georgia with the Georgia Department of Public Health, sharing the information with them. We work closely with CDC and also local public health. And so our goal is to make this information that we're sharing immediately readily available to them with all of the details that they might need to make the most of it. We also want the data to be directly available to the community. So we have a public dashboard. It's data.wastewaterscan.org. And so people can go there to actually directly see all of the information on the recent trends, what category these different diseases are in based on the measurements that we've made.
Well, you read my mind, because that's exactly what I was thinking. What about the community? Like, do we know? How do we know? You know, some of us live by creeks. Is that one of the, areas, those type of things? Is that where we can find that type of information?
Yeah, so for public health officials, getting this kind of information and keeping track of, when is flu season starting? When is it peaking? Are there multiple of these viruses that are coming together at the same time that might put pressure on our healthcare systems? That's all, part of their normal jobs. And so this is added information to help them do that job effectively. But making this data directly available to the public is really important to us so that people can go and check, just as you might check the weather report to understand how you need to prepare to leave your house for the day, to also, check this disease report to see how you might prepare to leave your house for the day. Everyone can make, individual decisions. And for diseases like RSV, for example, that are much riskier for small infants than for, a healthy mid-20s adult, you might make different decisions when you see that RSV is surging. And so we want to make sure that data is directly available to people.
Thank you so much for making time for us here on Focus Atlanta. Can we close out with that website one more time?
Yeah, it's data.wastewaterscan.org, and you can see all of the data there.
Dr. Wolf, it was a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, guys, we can learn as much as possible. I know that sometimes it seems a little daunting and you don't even know where to start. Well, perhaps this is the website to get you on the right track. Thanks so much for tuning in to this segment of Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back with more.